Hi everyone, just wanted to come on and have a little chat really about what I'm raising money for. Our story started back in October 2023, a normal Sunday morning. I walked into this very room and found our 2.5-year-old daughter unconscious in the bed behind me, looking very poorly, visibly having a seizure. She was blue lighted to Wythenshawe Hospital and was admitted to HDU, where she remained for the following 26 hours. We've now been made aware that in those 26 hours, there were multiple mistakes made with Alea's initial care, and we will never know if those mistakes influenced Alea's outcome. The following 5 days led to a transfer to Manchester Children's Hospital, where Alea was admitted into intensive care. She was in an induced coma on a ventilator. She went on to have 3 brain surgeries. One included removing half of her skull to try and allow the brain to just calm down and settle. There were endless tests trying to find the cause of Alea's initial illness and why it was so extreme, and up to now no cause had been found. Alea never regained consciousness, and our beautiful, perfect little girl passed away at 2:45 a.m. on October 29th. I was 8.5 months pregnant the day that I held Alea in my arms for the last time. She was the most bright, funny, caring 2.5-year-old you could meet. She charmed everyone she met. She made us the most proud parents, and we were so excited for her to become a big sister. She was healthy, she was happy, and then in the blink of an eye, she was gone, and we just couldn't believe what had happened to us. We left Manchester Children's Hospital at 4 a.m. in the morning with a leaflet that says "When your child dies." And that was the end of the journey, really. When we've asked later on why there was nothing kind of more put in place for parents like ourselves, the answers often were most children that die, they are expecting it, like genetic conditions or terminal cancer, and they're kind of prepared for that child to die, and they just said they just weren't prepared for Alea to die, and that's why there was nothing really put in place. 3 weeks later, our second daughter Hannah was born. We were overwhelmed, we were broken, we had no answers, and we were just surviving, really. Then months followed. February 2024, we watched a programme on BBC Panorama, and it just sounded so familiar. It was called Sudden Unexplained Death in Childhood, and we reached out to the hospital, and we were told at the time that when Alea was in hospital, the nurses that were aware of SUDC were on annual leave, and that yes, likely Alea's death would fall into that category. I reached out to the charity myself, and that's where our journey with SUDCuk began. Our eyes were open to the horrifying fact that how many children in the UK die every year with no known cause, many with no warning, just like Alea. We were given the support we so desperately needed. We were helped organised genetic testing to rule out a genetic cause. We were given like friendly, understanding shoulder, and still to this day we have the support from them. SUDC is the unexpected death of any child between the age of 1 and 18 that remains unexplained after thorough investigation. Around 40 children are affected every year in the UK. It's about 1 to 2 completely healthy children dying every fortnight. They often go to sleep and never wake up. It's quite likely that if I'd have come into this room about half an hour later, Alea would have been dead. SUDCuk is a registered charity dedicated to the awareness, research and family support of families just like ourselves. There are over 13,000 research papers into sudden infant death, which is known as SIDS. This has then led to an 80% reduction in the deaths of children under the age of 12 months. There have been only 100 papers on SUDC, and this is what we're really trying to change. The work SUDC UK are doing is so critical. We need to raise awareness within the medical field so that children get the right care they need. So if a child came in like Alea, they would maybe think twice about what they did and the following care that they provided. My running journey began back in lockdown of 2020, just before I fell pregnant with Alea. I completed Couch to 5k and I was so proud of it. I was then pregnant with Alea and stopped running. Tried to run again about 6 months after she was born. That didn't go so well. And then in May 2024, two friends ran the Manchester 10k in memory of Alea, and I looked at them with so much admiration and love. And I was only 6 months postpartum with Hannah then, and we just run a campaign to raise money to build a playground in memory of Alea, which we'd started before we were even aware of SUDC UK. And we're so proud and so thankful to everyone's generosity with that project, and it's been so amazing seeing how many children have benefited from it. But we always knew that we wanted to do something for SUDC UK. In the middle of the night in November, I was lying awake, as I often am, and I thought, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to sign up to the Hail 10k, and I made it my mission to do this for Alea and all the other children that have lost their lives and that may lose their lives in the years to come. I've been running in all weathers abroad in the UK. Yeah, I've been running in all weathers, and I really am looking forward to tomorrow. And honestly, I'm blown away by everyone's generosity. To think that I've raised just over £7,000, and honestly, that is going to mean so much to the charity. They have very little fund. They have no funding. And the work they do is honestly phenomenal. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, and if anyone still wanted to donate, by all means, the link is always still open. And yeah, hopefully can update you tomorrow with a medal, hopefully. Thank you, bye.